Step into the unknown with the Shadow Frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Hey there, listeners, and welcome back to the Shadow Frequency. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're diving into the eerie and mischievous world of the Pukwudgie, a little-known creature from Native American folklore that's equal parts trickster and terror. Our host, Matt Wilson, is ready to unravel the tales of this pint-sized enigma, from its origins in Wampanoag legend to the spooky encounters still whispered about today. So grab your headphones, dim the lights, and let's tune into the frequency of the unknown. Over to Matt in 3, 2, 1...
Hey everyone, Matt Wilson here, and welcome to another chilling episode of The Shadow Frequency. Tonight, we're stepping into the shadows of the northeastern United States where a creature lurks, small, elusive, and packed with a mischievous streak that can turn downright sinister. I'm talking about the Pukwudgie. If you've never heard of it, don't worry, you're not alone. This isn't your typical Bigfoot or Mothman tale, but trust me, it's just as haunting. So what exactly is a Pukwudgie? Picture this, a creature standing 2 or 3 feet tall, humanoid, but not quite human, with grayish skin that blends into the forest like a living shadow. Its face? Think porcupine meets goblin, spiky hair, oversized ears, and a nose that could sniff out trouble from a mile away. According to Wampanoag folklore, from what's now Massachusetts and Rhode Island, these little tricksters have been around for centuries, long before European settlers ever set foot on the land. The Wampanoag people say Pukwudgies were once allies of humans, helping out with small favors until jealousy turned them sour. Legend has it, they got fed up with humanity taking them for granted, and that's when the chaos began. Now these aren't your garden variety pranksters. Pukwudgies don't just hide your keys or knock over your trash cans. They're said to wield some serious power, shape-shifting, throwing sand in your eyes to blind you, even luring people off cliffs with eerie lights or ghostly voices. Some tales claim they can shoot poison arrows or transform into animals to stalk their prey. And here's the kicker. They've got a grudge. If you cross a Pukwudgie or worse, disrespect it, you might find yourself lost in the woods forever, or staring down a cliff you didn't even see coming. One of the creepiest spots tied to these critters is the Freetown Fall River State Forest in Massachusetts, part of the infamous Bridgewater Triangle. Locals there swear they've seen Pukwudgies darting through the trees or heard their high-pitched giggles echoing in the dark. There's even a story from the 1990s where a hiker claimed a Pukwudgie led him in circles for hours, only to vanish when he finally stumbled back to his car, exhausted, disoriented, and missing a shoe. Coincidence? Maybe. But the more you dig into these tales, the more you wonder if something's really out there, watching from the underbrush. All right, Juniper, take it away for a quick break. I've got more Pukwudgie weirdness coming up after this.
Hey listeners, Juniper here. How wild is this Pukwudgie stuff so far? I mean, a tiny forest trickster with a vendetta? Sounds like something out of a nightmare fairy tale, right? I bet some of you are wondering if Matt's about to convince us these little creeps are real. Stick around because he's got more stories and more modern-day encounters that might just make you double-check your backyard tonight. If you're loving the Shadow Frequency, please hit that like and subscribe button and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. It would really help us out. And you can catch us on your favorite podcast directory as well. And you can go to patreon.com/Shadow Frequency. We don't have a lot there yet, but we're working on it. But you can leave a spooky suggestion for an episode if you want, or if you'd like to advertise with us. Plus, you can drop a line there and email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, folks, it's time for our mailbag segment. Where's that button at?
It's time for the Shadow Frequency Mailbag.
I got 2 awesome emails from listeners who can't get enough of the Shadow Frequency. Let's dive into them here. It says, hey, Matt and Juniper, I'm obsessed with your show. The episode on the Dogon tribe and their cosmic connections blew my mind. I've been telling everyone about it. You guys make the paranormal feel so real and approachable. Keep up the crazy or creepy goodness. Not great. Well, Matt is a little crazy too. Sarah from Oregon with that one. The next one is, hi team, your Chupacabra episode had me hooked from start to finish. I live in Texas and I swear I saw something weird in my field last year. Maybe it was the goat sucker itself. Love how you mix history and mystery. Big fan Carlos from San Antonio. Thank you, Carlos. And yeah, watch out down there. Love hearing from you all. Keep those emails coming to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. Back to Matt for more Pukwudgie madness in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners. Matt Wilson here, and we're picking up where we left off with a Pukwudgie, this tiny terror of the woods that's got a knack for trouble. We've covered the folklore, but what about today? Are people still running into these creatures, or is it all just old campfire tales? Spoiler alert, the stories haven't stopped. Take the Bridgewater Triangle again, that stretch of Massachusetts where weirdness seems to thrive. In 2008, a woman hiking near Hockomock Swamp said she saw a small gray figure with glowing eyes staring at her from a tree branch. She froze, thinking it was some kind of animal, until it smirked at her and vanished into thin air. Then there's the guy from Rhode Island who in 2015 claimed a Pukwudgie threw rocks at his tent all night while he camped near a reservation. He packed up at dawn, and when he checked the site later, there wasn't a single stone in sight. Skeptics say it's all misidentification. Raccoons, owls, or just too much imagination after a long day. But here's what gets me, the consistency. Across decades, even centuries, people describe the same thing. Small, gray, sneaky, and seriously ticked off. Some tribal elders still warn folks to leave offerings like tobacco or food if they're hiking in Pukwudgie territory. Ignore that advice, and you might end up as the punchline to one of their twisted jokes. And get this, some researchers tie Pukwudgies to other trickster spirits worldwide, like the Irish leprechaun or the Algonquin Memegwezi. Different names, same vibe. Small, cunning, and not afraid to mess with us humans. So next time you're in the woods and hear a rustle that's just a little too deliberate, maybe toss out a peace offering, because if the Pukwudgie's real, it's probably already got you in its sights. And I just want to say this. If you heard my episode a few episodes back of 3 of my experiences as a child, the second experience that I described, and the fact that while researching this script for this show, they are also native to Indiana, and there's been a lot of sightings right here in Indiana where this show records. So, and the description of the thing sounds just like what I remember seeing in those binoculars. So if you've not checked out that episode, go back and check that one out. Yeah, I think I might have seen a Pukwudgie. How about that? That's all for tonight, folks. Juniper, wrap us up.
And that's a wrap on another spine-tingling episode of the Shadow Frequency. Big thanks to Matt Wilson for taking us deep into Pukwudgie territory. I'll be side-eyeing every shadow in the woods from now on. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to tune in next time for more paranormal vibes. Until then, stay curious, stay spooky, and keep your ears tuned to the shadows. Good night, Shadow Seekers.
Dive into the unknown with the Shadow Frequency, hosted by Matt Wilson. Fresh episodes drop daily, delivering short, captivating, and info-packed paranormal stories that keep you hooked and hungry for more. It's the perfect blend of eerie entertainment and mind-bending facts. Catch us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iHeartRadio, and all major podcast directories. The Shadow Frequency, your daily haunt for the strange and unexplained.